Alright, hi everyone. Apologies again for earlier on. A few hours back, I created a live stream, but then I decided to postpone it due to the lack of response. Hopefully now I can find some more games. Give me a moment while I set things up. Alright, let's go for games. Let's see, there's a game available here, but how about I give it a couple minutes first. Thing is, initially I created this when I created this live stream for this particular video. I set the time to begin or at 30 minutes, but now I pushed it 10 minutes earlier, so I'm not sure how many people will miss out because of that. Hopefully not too many. Okay. Yep, so same deal as always. If anyone wants to have a game with me, I'm all open for it. Otherwise, I'll wait a while before finding a game. And you don't have to stare at the screen to you don't have to stare at the screen. I'll notify you through the sound when game begins. Yeah, now there seem to be many more games, so I won't have to cancel or postpone this one. Once again, if you're just tuning in, I won't be starting until maybe a couple more minutes. In the meantime, you can do whatever you want to do. I'll just be waiting for more people, I suppose, because I created this event to start at the 30-minute mark, but now it's 24. So yeah. Yeah, this is the first time I'm streaming at this time slot. Trying to get a gauge of what's a popular time slot for my viewers. Although I think the viewership of the live stream will be more or less dependent on how early in advance do I publicize the live stream. So anyway, if you're just tuning in once again, same old live stream. If you want to play against me, I'm up for it. Otherwise, I will notify through audio when the game will begin. Right now, I'll be searching for it. Alright, so I think let's not waste time. I'm just staring at my screen right now. It's a waste. Look at this shiny new cards, Upstock. Well, they are not very new. They have been implemented in Octagon for quite some time, but only recently have I started playing with more of them. And I'll be getting my copy of Upstock soon, so I can also play on tabletop. Upstock is pretty meh in my opinion. Unfortunately, I don't. It's not the deck that I would be in a hurry to get if I were a new player. There aren't that many useful cards out there. I mean, for example, Lotus Field. Lotus Field is a very good anti-York card. I mean, that's the whole reason why it was printed, but no one will use it. Even it was printed just so that it will exist, just so to deter people from running York and Data Sucker as their only means of making code kits. So you have this card out there that can potentially completely block a runner from a particular server if you're relying solely on York and Data Sucker. But no one's going to use it. It's 5 strength for it's 5 costs for a single subroutine, 4 strength code gate. Inazuma has better stats than this. RSVP has better stats than this. And even though it's only 1 influence to splash and it ends the run, why don't you use Toll instead? You know? So yeah, that's just one example. A lot of the ice here requires combos like the Grail Ice, so you won't be seeing too much play of them right now because you need to wait for future data packs before they can start packing a punch. Next silver is pretty good with next bronze. Could use more though. Yeah. And Nasir, his his recurring credit. I mean, there are going to be lots of programs that require recurring credits, stealth credits, and stuff that provide stealth credits and all that in the future data packs. So his full potential will probably only be realized as the months go by. So right now he's not that good. Same thing with Eden Shard. It's there's not much use of it by itself. I mean, most people see it as a good complement to Laramie Fisk, and that hasn't even been released yet. So yeah, I find that a lot of cards here don't really fit into the current meta. Probably the only standout ones are domestic sleepers, Near Earth Hub. Yeah. Bad Times is an alternative means of tech punishment. Something to be considered, definitely. Mother Goddess, if you can make it work. I'm not sure how you're going to, but if you can make it work, Mother Goddess is a beast, especially for anyone that doesn't pack any AI breakers. Paper Tripping is a pretty good niche card against mid-seasons, but who's going to pack that just to counter mid-seasons? And when you do need it, will you have it in your hand? That's the question. Everything else doesn't seem too powerful. Oh yes, Lamprey. Lamprey is a very good complement to any Siphon or Vamp decks, any credit denial decks. Lamprey is very powerful. That I almost forgot. I've been using it in my Siphon Recursion Wizard deck myself. So yeah, that's basically Upstock in a nutshell. Not the most useful data pack around. It needs the support of other data packs. Man, still no either side games. I really don't want to join the league because problems with recording other people's decks. Oh yes, Taurus is decent. I've had the honor, or rather misfortune, to play against a Wayland deck, a Grindel deck that packed Taurus. Not fun at all. Trust me on that. Especially if you are actually running hardware. Taurus is a beast. If you're up against Taurus, you better hope that your console isn't a toolbox or monolith or anything too expensive, because the trashing of hardware is done by the core, not the runner. And because it is not a destroyer, unlike program trashers, sharpshooter's useless. So I think this is really targeted against shapers. Taurus, it seems to be targeted at shapers, and is very powerful in doing so, because even if the shapers can have enough link to evade the trace, as long as the Wayland player invests 3 credits, Taurus is going to hit. Today I'll be playing one of the decks I'll be playing. Actually, both decks will contain one of the Upstock cards, one each for Runner and Corp, and I'm trying to make them work. It's unfortunate I've been searching the game for 15 minutes. Although there are not that many viewers yet. There's cyber threat and social engineering, 2 more priority events to add to the pool. I'm not a big fan of social engineering because it costs 2 to play, and right now there are quite a few decks that run cheap ice, almost exclusively cheap enderruns. So social engineering is pretty dead against those corps. and the corp can always choose not to res, which, well, is usually an option. I mean, it's usually a good option to take if they are targeting an expensive piece of ice. Cyber threat seems pretty useful, but yeah, cyber threat is pretty good actually. I can see it working in Reina, or any sort of credit denial deck for that matter. Because yes, one of the most powerful tools at the corp's disposal is the ability to choose whether to res a certain piece of ice or not. With cyber threat, well, if they choose not to res it, they are essentially giving the runner a free shot. So it's blackmail without requiring the bad publicity at best, and at worst, it's forged activation orders, or the other way around. And yeah, all of these cards that I mentioned cost 1 credit to play. Coincidence or not, I don't know. Yeah, so cyber threat is pretty useful, and thankfully it's priced at 3 influence, so I don't think you see it too often as outside of NR. But do take note that it is, even though you can make it is possible to make a run as a result of cyber threat, it is not actually a run event. This must be made pretty clear. I think FFG also realized that some of the assets they have printed to date, especially those in the earlier data packs or the core set, are very weak. The assets are weak because they don't provide enough punch, and generally assets should be able to stand on their own left undefended. Or okay, I should put it that way, but basically if yeah, some of the earlier assets like what's that called? Jinteki recurring credits to res ice. I forgot what it's called. Yeah, the one with haiku as the flavor text. What's it called? Well, I'll search for it. Cherry blossoms. The dedicated server. Yes, dedicated server. It's so subpar. There's a reason why no one plays this card. You need to defend it because it has a 3 res cost and a 3 trash cost. It has to be defended. It's like Sundew basically, a 2 res cost and 2 trash cost. You have to defend it. But these credits are such an issue, you can only use it to res ice. You can't use it for anything else. Which is very bad. I mean, if you think about it, even though you can say, hey, every deck runs ice, surely you find some use for it somewhere. Yes, that's true, but you only rest ice when the runner makes a run. So this is actually being spent on the runner's terms, not the corp's terms. So yeah, this is a card that you don't have much control over how you want to spend these credits, or rather when you want to spend these credits. So the amount of benefit it provides is so marginal compared to the cost of resing, playing it, and defending it, and including it in your deck. An asset must be really good for people to consider including it in their decks. That's what FFG has realized. Things like Net Police is another one of them. Alex, yes, Alex is definitely another one. Is almost never played basically. You need to defend this card, and it's so difficult to get it going. And how much benefit does it provide you? only 2 credits per card you install. It's pretty marginal, I have to say. So yeah. So with that, they decided to create assets that have a much greater impact on the game. Primary transmission dish 3 recurring credits. The root 3 recurring credits. These are heavy duty assets. Now we are talking. Yeah, now we are talking. And they do have substantial trash costs as well. Of course, the drawback is that they have substantial rest costs, especially for the root, but that's to be expected because the root is universal. These 3 credits can be used to do a lot. It can be used to do pretty much everything in the game except for playing events, operations rather. These credits can be used for anything except for playing operations and dumping in traces, really. And for tracing, there's primary transmission dish. Don't underestimate the power of 3 recurring credits for traces. NBN making news is a very powerful identity, not just because of AstroScript and Sensen infection. The 2 recurring credits for traces means that you can actually build a deck that contains lots of traces and still come out ahead most of the time because people don't usually play Link. So it's a very powerful card to include NBN against runners that will include Link. Or as a source of economies, I guess, for seesaws and mid-seasons. I don't know. It can definitely see some use, I would say. I'm sorry to my viewers. It's been 20 minutes and I still haven't found the game. I might have to take back my words. I might have to cancel this live streaming altogether. That would stink. I definitely didn't expect to wait so long for a game. Whatever. I'll go for a single game. Yeah, alright. So we'll begin the game right now. I'll be playing co-op. Maybe we can switch sides later. For now, I will bring out my Near Earth Hub deck. This is the upstock card I'm using on the top side. Although there's not much to say about that. It's an alternative to The World Is Yours. Very powerful alternative with so much more influence. Alright, so let's get the game going. Kit, that's not good. Kit is a terrible thing to deal with. I don't like starting with 2 agendas, so I'm mulligan. Alright, this is a pretty good starting hand. Not. I don't like having. I mean, my pop-up should be defending against her code gate ability. I shouldn't be using pop-up windows as the innermost piece of ice because they are porous. So an indexing or a legwork will screw me over completely. Alright, I will install the market counts and draw Director Haas. That's not good. I don't think he can steal it. Think about this. An RSVP on a new server, and then I'll charge the markets. Hopefully I can rush out the Director Haas in the new server. Although this is very dangerous because it is Kit, you expect her to run a code gate breaker and it will come out very soon with decision. But I have nothing else to do with my turn. Oh no, I hope he doesn't access the director house. That would be pretty painful. Ah, thank goodness. But yeah, I'll need to think of ways to secure my director house now. Why not? Although the chances of him stealing an agenda now is very high because of obvious reasons. I haven't drawn an agenda yet. Yeah, Kit is not. Oh, great. Oh, this is good. He has now fewer credits. So, let me think about this. I will do this. I will protect HQ. And I will take more money. Yeah, I need enough credits to res both ice. I cannot afford to let this get stolen. Wow, he's stocking up. Alright. Let's try that. Choo choo! Yep, Astro Train has left the station. Now the question is, will he bring out his code gate breaker and get through to my director house server? There's a good chance he can, and Magnum Opus is going to allow him to trash my house pretty quickly. I'll need to get the house off the table as soon as I can. It's not going to be an easy task. Alternatively, beef up the server with Bastion and RSVP. I like the sound of that.
Login rejected.
Although, yeah, I don't think I can do that because I'm too low on credits. Sweet Sweet will gain me 4, so I'll have 8 credits plus 1, 9 credits. Installing these 2 will cost 3 credits, 6 credits. No, that's not enough. Unless I draw into a cheaper piece of ice to use as code gate protection, like a pop-up window. That would be great. I would like to defend Director Haas as far as I can. Having 4 clicks a turn is fantastic. High priority target indeed. Another thing I can do is to just delete the RSVP. That would cost me. Ouch. Okay. Plans have changed. He's digging the hell out of R&D. That is undesirable. He's on 4 points. He's on 6 points. That's not good. On the bright side, he has 0 credits, and I do not need to defend past the next turn. I don't have to worry about defending past. This is psychographics. That is useless. Let me think about it. I will need to secure R&D for sure. And that means installing lots of ice. And I'll charge this up. Thankfully, since he left himself on 0 credits by staying in the NAPD, I don't have to worry about him getting through to my Haas server this turn. I don't see any way of him getting through. So I'm expecting a Guardian Blade. It'll cost him 4 credits to install. Three credits to get up to break RSVP, 5 credits to trash. That is a total of 12 credits. No, I don't see him doing that. I'll need to manually draw now. Yes, keep in mind that if he gets through to Director Haas, I immediately lose the game. So that is definitely something to worry about. That's why I'm placing the Grim here. Absolutely necessary. I think he's trying to gain enough credits to make that one turn all in on my Director Haas. Wow, another purple card. Let's start by drawing. Let's install this so I can draw. Pop-up window. Perfect piece of ice to see. And gain a credit because I can. Actually, I should have charged the other multi-counts, but maybe I'll waste his time by forcing him to run on the server. We'll see about that. Zone chip. I don't think there's anything of note in here. He could bring out a FEM and FEM the RSVP, but I don't think he has enough credits to do all of that this turn. Yep, he takes out the sharpshooter and busts through the Grim. Oh wait, does he have... Oh right, so that's what the clone chip is for. Oh well, I think I've just lost the game. He installs a Guardian Blade, doesn't he? Oh, no, he doesn't have enough credits to get through the server. Alright, I'm safe for now, I guess.
Login rejected.
Thankfully, he didn't realize it does cost 5 credits to trash the Director House. And he won't be able to get through because of Grim. Although I do have to worry about a clone chip. So let's draw it first. I don't think I need the extra click anymore. Yeah, it's too dangerous to leave it up here. But he can get through this level. Hopefully he doesn't run this server. It'll be pretty painful. Yeah, he doesn't. Alright. I'll need to stop him. Oh, I can't stop him. Oh dear, this is bad. I'm one pretty sure of stopping him. That's a problem. Ouch.
Login rejected.
Okay, thankfully, yes, that actually stopped him. Alright. He's on 3 credits. Yeah, I shouldn't really be clicking for credits. It's really inefficient compared to his magnum opus. But I need to maintain the threat of a very problematic piece of ice. I need to make him think that this might be a Grim, it might be something really nasty. I'll force him to get his clone chip or something up. Cyber solutions. Okay, let's get this in. Card. This is so marginal. Just charge these two up. Yeah, that's a good idea. I don't. Yeah, it's not gonna. Psychographics is in there mainly to protect against the Count Siphon and anyone that runs through my data ravens. I do run a couple of data ravens here, so psychographics is another means of fast advance to victory. I'm really afraid right now he's on match point and I'm nowhere near victory. There is some interesting shenanigans I can pull off actually. With a biotic label and an astroscript token, I can actually score this for 3 points. This will not win me the game. So I am looking for my next astroscript. Then I can chain it for 4 points and I can score the blue to win the game. That is my nefarious plan that I'm looking to do. He doesn't seem to be contesting my remotes, which is a very pleasant surprise. So I'm feeling pretty happy about that. Although I still don't dare to install any agendas in the remotes for obvious reasons. I'll lose the game immediately if I do. Okay. Let's see. I need page 3 for that. Actually, right now, yeah, page 3. 1, 2, 3. A legwork would screw me over right here. Yeah, legwork is undesirable. Another way to win will be to see my third biotic label. Then I can score this for 7. That would... No, I can't. I don't have enough credits to do that. I'll need 12 to play the biotic labels and 6 advancements. Oh wow, 6 advancements. That's 18 credits. I actually do have enough for that, due to mark accounts and pack campaign. So that's good. So if I see a biotic label and astro script, I'll be in good shape. But I don't. Let's see. Alright, let's score the breaking news. Would you look at that? It's an astro script. Interesting. So I don't know. Sure. I will. I'm sure it's pretty bad. Yeah, I cannot let him know what this piece of dice is. Although I don't think it will make any difference. He's just going to put the 3 pop-up windows and an RSVP on my... oh, forgot about that. Yep, he's just going to swap the 3 pop-up windows over to R&D. Surprise, surprise. Yeah, I think that's game unless... Wait, hold on. I have 11 agendas in my deck, I believe. 5 are here, 6, 7. There are 4 agendas left. Oh man, that's a pretty high chance of finding one. Question to Grim. I'm not sure what he was thinking here. If I were him, I would definitely put the Grim on the outside. Although I guess he's afraid of the unknown. This is no surprise, I would have done the same thing. And he's definitely going to look into indexing or doing a normal run on, yeah, and that should be game. Unless I get real lucky, which I highly doubt. 4 in 21. Oh! Can I win this turn? If I double biotic, I will have 5 clicks to play with. That's not enough. 5 clicks. With 5 clicks, I can install advance, advance, advance. That will take up 4 clicks. I only have 1 click left. I think I just won. Hold on. Wow. Wow. Yeah, I can't believe it. Wow, that was amazing. I can't believe I actually pulled that off. That was one of the most amazing, flashiest victories that I've ever pulled off. Wow, that was incredible. Wow, I still can't believe it. Okay, yeah, this is proof of why MBN is the has the best agendas in the game. My goodness, there are so many ways to win. You just have to think a little while and figure it out. But yes, this is my deck, and Director Haas is seriously legit. This guy's deck is legit. It's a kit deck. It threatens your remotes. You cannot put a Director Heart safely in a single layered remote, especially not with an RSVP as an innermost ice, but I managed to do it, exploiting his scoring windows that he gave me when he was left with 0 credits. And yeah, he didn't challenge the remote. I'm not sure if I would challenge it either, because that looked like a desperation move to me to erase the Director Hearts from the table by installing anything in that server, just so that he could run in and score it the next turn. So, and yes, it didn't look like an agenda at all. It probably looked like a Jackson to him, if not Sansan. So yeah, but I can't blame him for that. I probably wouldn't have ran it either. Yeah, I mean, because if I were in his shoes, I would be thinking, this NBN player is looking for his Astro scripts. He's digging for them, so I better RD lock him. And RD lock him, he did so damn well. Having 3 pop-up windows this game was a liability, especially when 2 of them were the most innermost pieces of ice on my centrals that transition into being action bait. So this is why Kit is so dangerous, so powerful, especially when Magnet opens out. I was very, very lucky to have drawn lots of my influence, my purple cards early. On the top half of my deck, I saw 2 Biotic Labels and the Director Hearts. That was all I needed to fast advance my way to victory. He didn't challenge my Drip economy, that's why I was able to become so rich and able to pull